your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this very gloomy and also windy Monday night. Throughout our day, a cold front has been tracking into the area. That precipitation from the weekend turned more into snow flurries for the start of our day. As we continue later on tonight, most of that precipitation is continuing to be up north in areas such as Chicago and Peru. For our viewing area, though, mostly staying dry. Just some cloud cover is continuing to track on into the area, but very cool conditions, about 30 degrees cooler compared to this weekend. 32 right now, right around freezing in areas like Champaign and Watseka. 35 in Paris, in the warm spot right now. 36 in Effingham. But with this wind chill gusting around 30 miles per hour, these temperatures are actually feeling like into the teens. 19 in Champaign, 16 in Bloomington, 17 in Pontiac. Now, when will these conditions calm down? All that answer coming up as WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
The indicators that we would look for are, bloodshot eyes.
Police across the state are preparing for marijuana to become legal. How they plan to stop people from driving while high.
I've changed physically. I've lost friends. I'm a new person.
A drunk driver almost ended her life. Now troopers are making sure people are safe from drivers like that this week. It's not just kids who ask for gifts from Santa, how he made the wishes of some firefighters come true in his own way.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
Under the influence of cannabis, we feel like they are, then we could take them to the hospital and do a blood draw on them.
Be prepared because soon, if police suspect you're driving high, they could ask you to submit to a blood test. Good evening, I'm Jessica Coons. Paul is off tonight. Illinois is less than 2 days away from the new era of legal marijuana. Starting Wednesday, 9.5 million adults in Illinois can legally get high, but strict rules are still in place. WCIA 3's Capitol Bureau Chief Mark Maxwell talked with the Sheriff's Association to see how deputies statewide plan to prevent people from driving high.
Starting New Year's Day, police officers plan to be on the prowl to find anyone with pot open inside their car. And yes, in some specific circumstances, that does mean officers can search inside your vehicle even if you bought that marijuana legally. But before they can do that, they have to establish probable cause.
The indicators that we would look for are, bloodshot eyes, the smell of cannabis coming from, a vehicle or from an individual, glassy eyes.
Jim Kychik is the executive director at the Illinois Sheriff's Association. I asked him, how do officers and deputies plan to detect marijuana now that it's legal? In addition to other telltale signs of driving high, he said officers and police canines are prepared to use the old-fashioned smell test. Is the presence of that smell right now, is that enough to justify probable cause for the sheriff to search the rest of the vehicle?
Yes.
Even though it's legal?
Correct. It is enough today, prior to January 1st, and it will be enough after January 1st as well. If you're going to have possession of cannabis, that possession has to be in an odorless container if you are in a vehicle. So by the mere fact that I can smell it is probable cause for me to be able to search that vehicle.
Say the same interaction, a deputy pulls someone over for speeding, they don't smell anything, but they happen to observe in the back seat sits an odorless container, sealed, locked, but it's clearly labeled marijuana. You've seen it, but it appears closed and it appears to be under the legal limit. Is that probable cause, the presence of the marijuana in the vehicle, to search the vehicle?
In a sealed container with no odor coming from it? No. That is not probable cause at that point.
Pot shops plan to warn customers, put that marijuana inside the trunk. Don't open it, don't crack that seal, not until you're safe and at home. If you do, you may very well be inviting police to search your vehicle, or even worse, to draw your blood. Reporting in Springfield, Mark Maxwell.
Some deputies could take you to a hospital to draw your blood if they don't have testing units on the road. Other states are testing saliva tests, but law enforcement says those cheek swabs aren't ready for use here yet. Some police will have scales inside their cars to measure to make sure you don't have more than the legal limit. Dispensaries across the state are getting ready for Wednesday. A crew set up tents for people to stand in line at Sunnyside Dispensary in Champaign. That's near Neal and St. Mary's Road. They'll start selling at 6 a.m. January 1st. New Med in Urbana will also start selling at 6 a.m. State police will be watching closely for marijuana violations as we enter the new year, but starting tonight, they'll still be cracking down just as hard on drunk drivers. And one family we spoke with hopes sharing their story will strike a chord so people don't drive drunk in the first place. Emily Braun is in our newsroom tonight. Emily, how are state police handling those drunk driving enforcements?
Jessica, part of it is through roadside safety checks. That means wherever a trooper is set up, every car that comes through will be stopped and checked, even if you're not suspected of drunk driving. People I talked to tonight hope you are compelled to think twice before drinking and driving. No one wants to get caught by the cops, and no one wants to hear that a loved one didn't make it home.
Every New Year's Eve,
you got to know when enough is enough, man. Come on.
it's the same message.
I mean, if you get behind the wheel intoxicated, you've got other people's lives in your hands.
Year after year,
So it's just not worth it.
some still do it anyway.
An accident. Drinking, it's because of drinking and driving.
So state police do their part to bust drunk drivers, and as of January 1st, high drivers.
Roadside safety checks do allow us to identify impaired drivers and get them off of the roadway.
One parent hopes if the risk and penalties of getting caught don't stop you,
you don't understand until it happens to you.
her daughter's story will.
I've changed physically. I've lost friends. I'm a new person.
I am one of those mad mothers. I will be mad the rest of my life.
We covered the story when Alyssa Camp was hit head-on by a drunk driver. Camp went to the hospital with a traumatic brain injury, recovered, and never got one apology from the driver who almost killed her.
Let's just say I was reborn because I had a new start. I didn't remember anything.
It was a new Alyssa. We had to learn who she was again. She had to learn who she was again.
Their hope is that this message sticks, that it goes beyond New Year's and becomes a New Year's resolution.
I think it's a temporary thing. I think people see it at the time. They see what she's going through, and then they'll stop. But then I think it fades away after a while. I think we all need to remember, not only at New Year's, every holiday, don't drink and drive.
Everything's changed. Don't do it.
Kim Downs says even if it's just one person who hears this message tonight, drinks at New Year's, and decides to stay off the road, her mission is complete. Jessica?
All right, Emily, thank you so much for that story. New at 10, no one was seriously hurt after a crash involving a semi and car tonight. It happened on 57 southbound, just north of the 72 interchange in Champaign. State police say the semi driver was changing lanes and drove into the other vehicle. Both slid off the road. One person was checked out at the hospital. Police may wait until morning to get the semi out of the median because of mud. Today, we followed up with mall security in Springfield after someone fired a gun in the parking lot this weekend. Police arrested 22-year-old William Harper. They say he was escorted out of the mall on Saturday, then fired a gun once and walked back inside. No one was hurt. Mall security says they have proactive security measures in place and a working relationship with Springfield police. A community center in Danville is patching its windows after a break-in over the weekend. Laura Lee Fellowship House hosts an after-school program for kids. Someone broke in Saturday night. This is the second break-in in less than 6 months. This time, the suspect took a TV, a laptop, $50, and some food.
This is not like breaking into someone's home. This is a community center. This is a place where we serve children daily. This is a place that throughout the years that if you're underprivileged, if you didn't have some place to go after school, you knew you could come to Laura Lee.
We have ways for you to help Laura Lee on WCIA.com. We have an update from 6. A brand new initiative for mentoring young girls in Champaign County sparked a lot of interest tonight. Girls to Women is a sister program to Boys to Men. The goal is to give girls in grades 6 through 12 the tools and knowledge to make smart choices. More than 3 dozen girls signed up at tonight's event, and the director says she's excited to get the program off the ground.
We're just really excited to get started. The amount of people that has asked us about this program just shows that it's needed in this community, and we're excited to get started.
They also have more than a dozen mentors signed up. It was Illinois' first bowl game in 5 years. We'll have a live review from California. Plus, some Illini fans may not have been able to go to the Red Box Bowl, but that did not stop them from watching. And the only thing a couple of firefighters wanted for Christmas was a fire truck. How Santa kind of delivered.